Good morning, students. So we'll discuss the next topic in the unit number 5, that is heat transfer. So today we are going to discuss heat transfer through thin fins. So already I think you are familiar with what is a fin. So fin are the extended surfaces or extended material that has been provided to count for the additional dissipation of heat rate. So the best example would be the motorcycle. So the engine will have on its external there are extended surfaces or extended material. That material has been provided to take care of additional heat dissipation due to conduction and convection. So basically these fins are meant for additional heat dissipation, and because of that we can have more life of our engine. So that is the main function of the fins. So when we want to discuss the heat transfer through the fins, so there are two modes of heat transfer that are taking place in fins. One is conduction and another is convection. So I have taken a fin of length L and the cross section is having width W and thickness T. So because of conduction, already we have seen how we have derived the stiffness matrix or the element conductivity matrix as Kc is equals to Ka by L into 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. So where K is the thermal conductivity of the material. So the same will extend to the convection. So there is a bit change with respect to what we have derived for simple case of rectangular plate with convection. But in the case of fin, there is some difference with respect to derivation of elemental stiffness matrix. So that we will derive now. So element stiffness matrix due to conduction due to convection so already you know the equation. It is given as K is equals to, or in let Kc is equals to, already you know this equation. So over the surface H into N transpose into N into ds. So because we are considering the heat dissipation over the surface, and due to convection the heat transfer will be over the entire fin surface or the extended surface due to convection. So the element stiffness matrix due to convection is given as integration over the surface H into N transpose into N, where N is the shape function of the element. Already we have derived the equation for shape function. So I'll just substitute the values of shape function where I can represent ds as p into dx, where p is perimeter of the fin, which is given as 2 times, that is W plus T. So this is nothing but this perimeter, that is cross sectional perimeter. Okay. So also we know N is N1 N2, therefore N transpose is N1 N2. So I'll substitute the values, therefore Kc will be, Kc is equals to, now it is over the element, so limits are 0 to L, H into, so I'll just write N transpose, that is N1 N2, N1 N2. So now this ds has been replaced by P into dx. So now I'll substitute I'll just multiply this matrices. I'll take H and P outside. So 0 to L. So if I multiply this, so N1 square, N1 N2, then N1 N2 n2 square dx. So already we know what is n1. We know n1 is equals to, so I'll just substitute the values, x2 minus x upon L, and n2 is x minus x1 upon L. So when I substitute these values in this equation, so what I'll get, therefore Kc is equals to h into p 0 to L x2 minus x upon L the whole square, and x2 minus x upon L into x minus x1 upon L, then again same, that is x2 minus x upon L into x minus x1 upon L, and n2 square is, so n2 is x minus x1 upon L the whole square dx. So we need to multiply this and open the square and then integrate with respect to between the limits 0 to L. So I'll do that. So therefore, after simplification, after simplifying and integrating, we get Kc is equals to h into p into Le divided by 6 2 1 1 2. So this is the stiffness matrix due to convection in the fin. Okay, now we'll extend the derivation for force vector due to the heat transfer rate that is flowing across the fin. So it is called as element heat generator or heat generate vector. Which is given by f of q bar is equals to integration over the volume q bar into n transpose into dV. So if I extend this over the surface as a one dimensional, then I can replace this as between 0 to L q bar into n transpose. This will be A into dx, where A is the cross sectional area of the fin. So I can write, I can substitute these values. So this will be 0 to L q bar n transpose. So it is n1 and n2. So n1 is already we know, it is x2 minus x upon L, and n2 is x minus x1 upon L A into dx. So again we need to integrate this between the limits 0 to L. Okay, so I'll take out the constant terms outside. So after integration, we get F q bar, that is the force vector due to heat generation, as, so I am not going to explain the integration again, so the same you can continue. So integrate this with respect to x, and then you substitute the limits between 0 to L. So what I'll get, the force vector as A into q bar into L divided by 2. Okay, so this is due to the heat generation. Similarly, there is one more heat flux vector. It is called as element heat flux vector. So element that is the heat flux is nothing but the energy rate across the fin per unit area. So that is called as heat flux. So which is given as, so FQ. So this is, earlier was it is FQ bar. So this is FQ is given as, so now it will be over the surface Q into N transpose ds. Okay, where ds is P into dx and P is the perimeter of the fin. It is 2 times W plus T. So therefore FQ will be, so between 0 to L, Q into, so again x2 minus x upon L and x minus x1 upon L P dx. So after integration, what I'll get, FQ will be P into Q into L divided by 2 1 1. So these are the different load vectors due to the heat transfer over the extended surface of the fin that we will get. So these are basically used to determine the additional heat dissipation across the fins. Okay, so we'll apply this information about the different stiffness matrices and different heat vectors or the load vectors over the one of the application. So we'll discuss one problem based on this fins. So I'll just draw the figure of the problem. Okay, so I'll just write the definition of the problem. So determine the temperature distribution. Determine the temperature distribution temperature distribution temperature distribution in one dimensional fin, in a one dimensional fin as shown in the figure, as shown in the figure. There is a heat generation, there is a there is an uniform heat generation, uniform heat generation inside the wall, inside the wall, inside the wall of 500 watt per meter square. So the figure Okay, so this is the given problem. So there is a insulator, inside there is a pin placed. The pin diameter is mentioned as 0.02 meters and the length of the insulator is the pin is 0.09 meters. So these are the specified boundary conditions. One is there is a temperature of 80 degrees centigrade at the left side. So the conductivity of the material is mentioned. So it is a simple case of fin where there is only conduction because only thermal conductivity has been mentioned. So there is no mention of any convective heat transfer coefficient. So when I just convert this into finite element model, so FE model will be, it is a single line element. So I'll just write this will be my 1, this is my 2, so T1, T2, the length is given as 0.09. Okay. So T1 already specified, it is 80 degrees centigrade. Thermal conductivity, it is 400 watt per meter degree centigrade. So we need to determine the temperature distribution across this fin element. So first I'll calculate as usual the stiffness matrix due to conduction in the fin. So, I'll use that stiffness matrix equation for conduction, and then I'll apply the equilibrium equation for, that is, finite element equilibrium equation to calculate the temperature distribution. So what I'll get? So first, stiffness matrix or element stiffness matrix. So there is only one element. So elemental stiffness matrix due to conduction, because there is only conduction present in the fin. So that is given as Kc is equals to K into A divided by L into 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. So I'll just substitute the values. So it is 400. So what is A? It is pi by 4 d square. It is pi by 4 d square is 0.02 square upon length of the fill element, it is 0.09 meters. 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. So 400 is the thermal conductivity. A is nothing but the cross sectional area, that is pi by 4 d square. So cross section they have specified it as a circular, and the length of the fin is mentioned as 0.09 meters. So if I just simplify this, I'll get (1.4) minus 1.4 minus 1.4 and 1.4. So this is my thermal conductivity matrix. Elemental stiffness matrix due to conduction. Now I'll calculate the force vector due to heat generation, because in the problem they have mentioned there is a uniform heat generation inside the wall of the fin with 500 watt per meter square. So just now we have derived the equation for force vector due to the heat generation. So that equation I'll use to calculate the force vector due to heat generation. Force vector due to heat generation. So that is given as, already we have derived it as F q bar, because it is per unit area, which is given as A into q bar into L divided by 2 1 1. If I substitute the values, A is pi by 4 into 0.02 square, Q they have specified it is 500, length it is 0.09 divided by 2 1 1. If I calculate this, I'll get 7 into 10 raised to minus 3 1 1. So now this itself will be our global load vector, because there is no convection that is specified in the fin. So the same I'll make use of in the equilibrium equation of the fin. Okay. So therefore, using finite element equilibrium equation, as in this case it is k into t is equals to f q bar. It is kt is equals to f. So I'll just substitute the values. So k already we have calculated as 1.4 minus 1.4 minus 1.4 1.4 T1 T2, because there are two nodes, so there are two temperatures, and K will be, that is a load will be 7 into 10 raised to minus 3 1 1. So now again we are going to make use of elimination approach, but as we did in the last problem, the same condition we need to apply. So as the temperature T1 mentioned is 80 degrees centigrade, so we cannot directly delete this first row and first column. So we need to make certain changes in the second equation due to the temperature T1 is equals to 80 degrees centigrade. Then we can use elimination approach. So if I write the equations, what I'll get? Sorry. So first equation, it is 1.4 T1 minus 1.4 T2 is equals to 7 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay. So if I substitute T is equals to, we know that T1 is equals to 80 degrees centigrade. So what I'll get? 1.4 into 80 minus 1.4 T2 is equals to 7 into 10 raised to minus 3. So from this I can calculate T2 as, so it will be 7 into 10 raised to minus 3, sorry, so 1.4 T2 will be, so this will come here, 1.4 into 80 minus 7 into 10 raised to minus 3. So T2 will be 1.4 80 minus 7 into 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 1.4. So again this will be approximately 80 degrees centigrade. So if you calculate, so what is temperature distribution or the thermal gradient? So temperature gradient will be T is equals to T1 T2 and which is 80 degrees centigrade. So this completes the portion that was mentioned in the textbook on fins. Thank you.